Yo, what's good, YouTube? Sass King 05 here. Your boy's late, but we still getting it in. We got FEOD 13. So, we got a team of Aerith, Ardyn Cecil, the OG, and Core. I went ahead and spent my tokens on Ardyn Cecil, basically because I kind of feel like it ain't too many other characters with BTs that I guess I could say that I want outside of maybe like a deal. So, why not splurge? So I went ahead and copped a Ardyn Cecil. I think he's cool. I like him better than regular Cecil. And honestly, I've only up until like really recently like got Ardyn Cecil's like entire kit in like both games. Like in global, I think I'm missing like his EX, and in JP, not this banner, but whatever event that he ran on previously, I finally got like his LD and like his EX and stuff. So it was like, okay, I have his kit whenever I want to build him up. So now I'm actually playing with him, and he's actually pretty fun, and he does a grip of damage, man. Oh, we been putting out some damage, man. He wiped off that mascara and he went back to emo mode, and now he hitting like a truck. So anyway, these little fuckboy heads, essentially, here's the gimmick. When they hit their force time, they have to be at somebody, at least one character has to be below 50%. Otherwise, they pack you up and they insta kill you. So you gotta be, and so you have to have at least one guy under like 50% HP. Other than that, that attack basically, that force time attack, it hits pretty hard. I got core to mitigate it, but if you don't have mitigation, it actually hits pretty hard. So you need to make sure you have some type of way to get around that. Other than that, they basically spam brave attacks that hit you with like Doom, and I think another one which is like Countdown, which is still Doom. So you just need. Basically, it's nothing too scary, But with all that Doom and whatnot stacking up, it'll definitely it'll definitely fuck with you. So Aerith here, is great because she's preventing us from getting hit by those debuffs. So we don't even have to worry about those as we continue through the fight. And as you know, and as you can see, this fight goes in waves. So the first wave is 3 of these fuckers, but they don't have like HP, and I think they put up those little shields at like I don't know. they put up HP shields, and you need to break them. Not like you die if you don't break them, but obviously you need to break them. Once you get them under 40%, all 3 of them, they'll basically turn into you'll basically go to the next phase. Okay, watch this interaction, yo. You see the FR gauge, the enemy FR gauge, it hits 100. However, since I'm going on to the next wave, I don't know, the game glitches out. I don't know. So we actually go into the next phase, not even having to worry about their force time, which is great. They don't even have to worry about the attack. So when their force time is up, they can't die, and you'll see that kind of come back and bite me in the ass. So the second wave, essentially what they're doing is they'll counter all attacks, all brave attacks they'll just basically just counter all brave attacks, and they'll gain like a crap load of brave. So it's you just need to be wary of how to deal with that. So my kind of strategy up to this point is like every time we get to a new wave, we're gonna throw on Ardyn Cecil's debuff because it has that nice HP damage up on it. And also that counter that they're doing, you can dispel it by hitting them with Ardyn Cecil's force time. So that's essentially what we're doing now. I'm kind of getting everything set up for my first force time. And basically that's kind of the gist of it. Now, Ardyn Cecil's BTFA, really, really good in terms of like, I guess pumping out the damage, but it is a very, very big double-edged sword because for all the attacks that we do, like whatever damage that you do, it's how do I describe it? It's got like an HP sap effect, like X-Def, where both the party and the enemy gets hit by a huge sap. That's, HP sap that's based on Dark Knight Cecil's attack. It drains the party all the way down to like 1 HP. Well, not 1 HP. It can drain down to 1 HP, but I think it's off the damage you do. And like you heal. You heal. When you do your attacks, it'll heal you, but then it'll nuke you again for the damage. I'm not sure how to properly explain it. I'm not gonna hold you. I still don't know how it works all the way. I just know it does a grip of damage to the whole. It does a grip of damage to everybody. Everybody gets hurt, and we heal up, but then we lose that healing. Again, me being a Dark Knight Cecil noob, I'm not sure how his last stand works. I know he has like a really, really low threshold for his last stand because he's constantly at low HP, and I'm not sure how that works, but it works into his kit. I don't know. I need to read. So essentially, we got the force time up. So now that we got that up, we're kind of basically just. I want to make sure, and I'm basically trying to hold my BT phase for the last wave. The last wave, it's only one head, but he has a lot of HP, and he also has a gimmick where once you hit that wave, like the whole party gets hit with like a huge HP max HP down aura, and the only way to dispel that is to hit him with Dark Knight Cecil's BT effect. FR. So that's kind of what we're working for here. We're doing some good damage to him. Core is just basically just, Core's being Core, helping us stay alive. So that second force time that they get to, just to make, for safety's sake, I brought both Warrior of Light's Call and I brought a Raijin Call, just so we don't get nude, because the double-edged sword of having your HP, like even right here, even in this whole phase right here, I'm basically playing it by the edge, because I'm actively watching their eye brave to make sure they're not going to regen out of eye brave and then just snipe one of my characters, because they're all low, and there's almost like there's no point in me hitting healing wind for Aerith, because essentially she's just going to heal and then we're just going to lose whatever we just healed. At least that's how I think it works. So yeah, you need to make sure that your characters are protected when you're running Dark Knight Cecil. So now we hit this last wave. As soon as we roll in, Buddy throws up a 1 mil HP shields. But we eat those for breakfast, especially in force time. Now I probably should have Reaper's Galed here, but it ain't too much of a big deal. The shield is almost broken. DKC is basically gonna pop it this turn. Yeah, dude is cool. Could I think that's what he says when he hits the EX. Yeah, dude's cool, man. Like Dark Knight Cecil was fun. Way more fun than his mascara makeup wearing counterpart. Yeah, this is so right now we're basically just trying to make sure we get up the force. Not so much get up the force. I'm kind of building up to force, but at the same time, I'm just trying to make sure I get everything set up for basically we get everything set up to go to kill him. Like I said, we're gonna drop that we're gonna throw his EX buff up on there. His LD debuff on there so we can get that HP damage up. And I'm getting ready to go into phase. So right here, I decide, what? Because his gauge is charging up so quickly, Raijin. So that way, Because by the time we even get to Dark Knight Cecil, his gauge is already going to be up. I mean, his force time is already going to be up. So to make sure that we don't die, you know, let's go ahead and throw it up now. Now I'm getting everything set up. My train of thought was kind of rolling like this. It's only one hit. He's basically doing the same thing that all the rest of his, you know, all the other waves are doing. So what will be really good is I basically was thinking like this. Why don't I just go ahead and then just nuke them? Like just flat out, like just, you know, rush them. Just, you know, just rush them down. And I could just, you know, deal with the last 2 turns of his force time. You know, I'd rather do that than kind of play around with him staying alive and having the chance to kind of kill me because my HP got up too high and he insta kills me, you know, or he snipes one of my characters because the BT effect is there. Now, mind you, the BT effect ran off, but you know, these are just things that I just figured, you know, what he's not really a threat. So, you know, wasting a couple of turns at the end of the fight just so he can get, you know, just so he can come out of force, you know, that's not a big deal for me. That's also the reason why I'm kind of speeding up the video a little bit, because, you know, had I kind of waited it out, I'd have been done quicker. But you know, it is what it is. I'd rather be safe than sorry. Yeah, he's still doing his whack attacks. Warrior Light Shields are holding up. I think at this point, yeah, I'm basically, like I said, I'm just basically setting up because I'd already had it made up in my mind. I was like, man, you know what? Let's just, you know, it's only 2 turns, and his 2 turns are right there in sight. So, you know, don't turn rate. Just make sure that he gets his 2 turns, and then, you know, that battle should be over. You know, I wanted to make sure I could take off all of his health, because he has a lot more health compared to his compared to the other 2 waves. The other 2 waves don't have a lot of health at all. I like this FR animation as well. VV with the stop gun and then with the Osmos. Like that shit's dope. That shit's hella dope. I can't wait to run VV again. Yeah, when I first got into my when I first got into content creation, at least for this game, I was running a VV saga. And I basically got kind of bored with it. You know, it was kind of the same thing over and over and over again. VV technically has like 12 turns, I believe, for the hat. It was 3 LDs, 4 turns, so it's like 12. He has 12 of those, like, you know, follow up attacks. So, you know, that was kind of it. You know, it just got kind of you know, boring, just kind of doing it over and over again. And also had to provide like a healer to make sure that, you know, because Vivi's basically killing the team. But yeah, you know, I remember hearing things about Vivi potentially getting like a BT. So, you know, I guess that's another character who I wouldn't mind getting a BT for. But, you know. Oh, and here's another thing that I was kind of thinking of while I went ahead and go into my BT and use the force now. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought, like, you know, with force, you know, I thought like the force cancels out their force. Like, you know, if you use the correct force, you know, it cancels out their force time. So maybe I don't know exactly. Well, I guess apparently I don't know exactly what the conditions were. But I was kind of halfway banking on, well, DKC's force, because he's the featured character for this fight. He should kill their force. You know, he should kill their force, and then we should just be basically, you know, smooth sailing. But turns out I was wrong. And also, while I'm in this BT phase, I'm kind of learning the rotation. So essentially, DKC gets his skills back after his EX. I thought it was the LD. Good thing I used his skills first. and then use EX and then use EX and LD. Yeah, that BT animation is cool as well. Kane and DKC. You know the what were they called? The Red Wings, bro. Yeah, I think that's what they were called. He was the commander of the Red Wings, and Kane was his homeboy, and they were working up under the king, that bitch ass king. Yeah, it's been a while since I played 4. I actually need to go back and play it. That was one of the ones that I just didn't. That was one of the ones I didn't finish. I got all the way to the end, and then like my game got stolen, so I never finished it. You know, I got like to like the final dungeon or whatever. Yeah, so that that'd be cool. Got to make sure I just for my Final Fantasy completion's sake, I want to make sure I take care of him. So like I said, at this point, I'm just running defense, just make sure I don't die. So I think I threw up like the second Warrior of Light call, like the actual just regular shield call. No, not even shield call. I think I threw up the shield call first, but the second one was the actual LD call, the one that has lock. Yep. Because I was like, I'm not died. I'm not restarting this punk ass fight over again. Yeah, he's basically dead. No HP left. We're just waiting for our next turn. And then finally, after this fuckboy gets his last turn, then that's basically it. We get to go. Aerith with the pretty photo finish. Had to check the HP just to make sure that I didn't screw us up. There we go. Easy peasy. Well, it's easy because I had Dark Knight Cecil. But this tier ain't too bad anyway. Yep, so, per usual, let y'all peep the squad, peep my spheres. Look at that gem count. Yeah, broke game over here. We stay broke. Impulsive boys. No self-control. Yeah, but if you've been watching this long, I greatly appreciate you. It's been your boy Sax King 05 signing out. Catch y'all next time.